What's going on, y'all? I know you was expecting a countdown, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to do that
So
tonight.
was I. I'm sitting here waiting for it. Sneaky
Everybody
thing.
was.
What a sneak. I'm like, how are you talking already?
just thought I'd jump in there and surprise everybody. I mean, I normally do that countdown because when you come to a live stream on YouTube, most of the time there's a commercial playing. But the reason why I didn't do it is for this reason. I wanted you to know that I go back and I watch a replay on these live streams and some of my videos, and they're putting political ads on my videos for a particular candidate that I don't like. I do not endorse. So please don't think that I endorse. They're put those there because I want them to. But hey, y'all know better than that. But let's see who's in the house tonight. Let's see who we got here. First one in was Debbie Jones coming to us from, where's this? New York?
Finger Lakes.
Finger Lakes region of New York. All right. There's Hill Bill. Pauline's with us. Speaking of Pauline and my other Florida folks, I hope you got through the storms all right. Hopefully we can get back to normal here now. Things just were so messed up in the last 2 weeks. We had 2 hurricanes in 2 weeks. I don't think that's ever happened before. I know back in 2004 we had 4, but they were spread out over like 2.5 months. So maybe this was the first time. I hope you guys got through it all okay. Eating dinner quickly so I can make it back to 8 p.m. live. I hope you made it. I do. You don't have to hurry, though. You know, you can always replay this. That's a good thing. Let me pop this right here in there. If you got any questions, please put them in caps so Lady Prepper can catch them over there and let me know. All right. Who else we got in here tonight? Nick L. Hey, buddy, what's going on? I thought our 700 repeater on GMRS had got blown away, but it looks like they just took it down temporarily while the storm rolled through, because I tested it today and it was back up. That's a good thing. All right, come on down here. Buzz Runner's in the house. Yeah. There's Carrie from Washington. All right, wants to say greetings to everybody in the OP Nation. We appreciate it. Michelle J. from Tennessee right there. One of my Tennessee gals. JS Genesis Design. Shalom, brother. Shalom. I appreciate you coming in. Wanda's with us. Come on down. Who we got down here? Greg Harmon made it. There we go. Come on down. Let's see. Let me get on down there in them comments and see. If I miss you, I apologize, guys. I can't catch everybody. Right now, it looks like we got a pretty good bunch in here. There's Diane LS. Good to see you here. Linda Farrow's with us. Kathy C., the Iowa crowd right there. Come on down. Who we got down here? Edith. All right, that's Jeffrey. Thanks, Jeffrey. Appreciate it, buddy. It was good to hear you got through the storm okay. Thanks for checking with us. You know, the back and forth we did to make sure we were, all of us were okay. That was great. Each other was okay. That was awesome. I really appreciate that, buddy. I truly do. Is there anybody else down here I hadn't shouted out yet? There's Craig from North Carolina. He's in the mountains of North Carolina. He goes up there and tests out his bug out place every now and then. And that's an awesome thing. Short-lived Saint wants to say hello to everybody. Yeah, we got to get back to the gun range. We got to set a date and get back to the gun range. There's Rural, my man. He had a great show last night. If you missed it, go back and catch it on the replay. It was really good. It was a lot of fun. There's Tennessee right there. Yes, sir. Philip Dixon. Appreciate you being here, brother. I truly do. And there's the man from across the pond right there. I want to say good morning to everybody, because where he is, it's already Friday morning. Thank you for coming in, brother. I truly do. There's Husky Mama right there. Yeah. We're going to the range November 11th. Don't forget it. Got to get you down there. Kayla Starrett, she hasn't been here in a while. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Yes, you have, but we got to get you a wrench. I'll take care of that tomorrow. I can't do it right now on this software that I operate this program out of, but I will do it tomorrow when I watch the replay and catch all the comments. Thank you for being back so much. Nick said, good evening. Hey, all right, brother. Son's with us. There we go. South Florida. Scruffy Scrubs made it. Thank you so much. I watched your video today about the sheriff from Pennsylvania. That was very interesting. Go over and check her channel out, guys. She got some good stuff over there. That video she posted today is very interesting. You need to watch it. Comfortably Numb is with us. Yeah. Who else we got? CC's back. All right. Hello from, huh?
Read that.
I'm about to read it right now. I actually made it for the live. I need the distraction because a young family member was, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Prayers for the family, brother. Oh man, it hurts my heart. Oh my goodness. Sorry, bro. I'm so sorry to hear that. Everybody pray for them and the family because they need it. They surely do. Grammy C made it. All right. Janet Neese, another Iowa girl. Lady Prepper's going to be up your way in a couple of weeks. How long?
11 days.
11 days. She's going to be up there in 11 days. So y'all need to get with Kathy C and make sure you set up a meet and greet. Looking forward to y'all getting together and sending me some pictures of all y'all together, just tearing up that little town up there. Because I'm sure three wild women like that town ain't safe, y'all. I'm telling you right now. All right, who else we got down here? David made it. All right, my brother. Hey, thanks for checking on me, David. I appreciate it. We did make it through okay. Finally, I think we're getting back to normal here. I've been posting shorts on YouTube, keeping you guys updated. But I think we're about to get back to normal. So let me get on down here and see if there's my man right there, X NYC OG Prepper. Go over and check him out. He posting some good videos. He just built a new hunting blind. Really looks good. I like the way you repurposed those materials from your old hunting blind, brother. That was a good idea. I did the same thing with my shed, awning on my shed. When I rebuilt that after the storm, set my awning over in the neighbor's yard. I went over and took it apart and used some of the parts to rebuild it. If you hadn't seen the short on that, guys, I did post it so you could see it. Who we got here? Erica Ladd. Thanks for joining us. That's a new one. All right. Appreciate it very much. Picked up some new subscribers this week. Picked up a few actually, and hopefully they'll drop in and catch some of this live stream. If not, maybe they'll catch it on the replay. But we need to go on and get into what's going on here. Been a lot going on. You know, politics. You know, this is the only time we do politics is on live streams, and it's been a madhouse this week. It really has. But there's other things going on that actually they're trying to distract you from. Let me see if I can get this up here for you. I want to share this screen and show you something. Let me see if I can do this. Share the screen. Come on, come up. There we go. Money metals. Gold hit a record high today. It's at 207.0490 right now. That is a record for the price of gold. So now that right there tells you all you need to know about your money. It's going south quick. A lot of people aren't watching that. They're keeping you distracted. They're trying every way in the world to keep you from watching what's happening with your money. But that's what you come by here for, so I can keep you abreast of that. But gold, when it's setting records, that means your dollar is setting record lows. When I saw that today, I went and did a little research and found out that the U.S. dollar has 3% of the same buying power it had 40 years ago. In 1984, your dollar was worth $1. Today, it's worth 3 cents. That's just something for you to ponder right there. What you got?
Let's see. Grammy C just said that Erica is her daughter. She just joined you today.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much.
Yep, Erica Ladd.
Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate you being here. River says, hey to OP Nation. Well, what's up, little buddy? I'm glad you're watching us. Yeah. You listen to your papa right there. He ain't gonna steer you wrong. I can tell you that right now. He ain't gonna do that. But there was one other thing that happened here. Well, a few other things we're gonna talk about. But this one right here was the big one. U.S. bombers strike facilities in Yemen. That's the first time the United States has directly taken action against one of Iran's proxy players, I guess you would say. They did go in and bomb them. So you need to keep your eyes on that, guys. That could get nasty. But something happened here in Florida during the hurricanes that I thought was pretty funny. The Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley, when ex-con showed up at the storm shelters, wanting to be housed for the storms, he said, nope, you can't stay here. I got a bed for you in the jail over there. He wouldn't let criminals stay with the average person. He would send them over to his jail and house them over there. I thought that was pretty cool. So if you live up in Flagler County, when re-election time comes around, you need to remember that. He kept those criminals away from you and your loved ones.
That's funny.
Even in the midst of just pure hell in that storm. He did his job. He did it right. He didn't send them out. He didn't tell them, no, you can't come in the shelter. You got to stay out in the storm. He said, yeah, I got a bed for you. It just ain't here. I thought that was pretty cool. Yes, buy gold, and buy silver. Gold has gone up over $1,000 in the last year. Well, not over $1,000, about $900 in the last year. Gold's gone up $900 since this date last year. I looked that up today, looked that up earlier. So anytime you can buy silver and gold, it's good for you. It's never going to lose value. Never. That price is going to fluctuate while the market's still in operation. But when the market collapses and when the dollar's no good, those precious metals are going to go through the roof, guys. You're going to be able to take 1/10 of an ounce of silver and buy probably 2 days worth of food with it. So you need to remember that. If you're going to start buying those precious metals now, buy them in different denominations. Don't just buy ounces or a half ounce, just 1 ounce coins or whatever. Get your 1/10 of an ounce, 1/4 of an ounce, 1 ounce, whatever. They will spend when the dollar's no good anymore. Those will spend just like, $20 bills, $50 bills, $100 bills. So you need to remember that. If you are buying those precious metals, get them in different denominations. I know the premium is higher on the smaller denominations. I know that, but you're not buying them for investment purposes. That don't matter. You're buying them for monetary purposes in the future. They're never going to go bad. You're always going to be able to buy goods with them. I mean, we all have read, different series or books about, post-apocalypse society. Everybody's trading silver and gold, and that's the way it's going to be. Absolutely. Speaking of that,
Well, I'm thinking about that.
the Angel Studios movie Homestead. I don't know if you guys actually are familiar with that. If you're not, go look it up. It's being released in December. It's it's a movie made off of the Black Autumn series of books, and it looks pretty good. Angel Studios don't make junk. I noticed that right off the bat. Everything they make is really good quality movie. So check that out. Homestead is the name. I should have posted a link down below, but I didn't do it because I just now thought of it.
You can do it next week.
Yeah.
Of December.
Yeah, but let's get on with it here. What else is going on? Anybody hear about this right here? All the mystery drones over U.S. military bases for 17 days in a row, and the Pentagon stumped. They don't know what to do with it. This is restricted airspace. Every one of those circles you see is a drone. That was over Langley.
Shouldn't they have just shot him down?
In Virginia. I'm about to get into that.
Okay. This seems like a no-brainer
Yeah,
to me.
It is a no-brainer.
Okay. Thank you.
but not for this government. But Pentagon's puzzled by the mystery drone swarming military bases. You know, they don't know if it's an enemy or, you know, somebody flying them as a hobby. So they're not shooting them down. Give me a damn break. This is restricted airspace. Shoot them down. And it happened for 17 days in a row. And the Pentagon and all of our military geniuses are sitting on their hands wondering what the hell to do with it.
And aren't they taking aerial pictures of
Of
everything?
course they are.
That's
They're
right.
taking pictures
Can't
and
believe they
videos
shoot
of
at 'em.
everything. You know, it should have been open season. They should have said, hey, guys, go out there and shoot them drones down. Send a bunch of guys out with M16s or whatever, you know. M4s, yeah, M4s. Let's have a competition. Let's see who can shoot the most of them out of the sky. That's the way it should have been. But our military right now sucks. Obama and his crew did exactly what they wanted to do with the military. They made it so horrible that nobody wants to join it. Nobody wants to be a part of it. And that's why their recruitment numbers are down. They're just miserably down. And I don't blame young people. I mean, for what they're offering right now, hell no. Don't join the military. Go join your state guard, especially if you're in Florida. We got a state guard right here in Florida. And it is awesome. I think other states are starting to try to get that going. I know Arkansas is and Alabama is, and maybe a couple of others. They're trying to model their state guard after what Ron DeSantis did here. But here in Florida, you know, if you're of military age, go join the state guard. That's a great bunch of people. And it's run by the best governor in the United States. If we had 50 governors like Ron DeSantis, there would be no need for Washington, D.C. It's that simple. It's that simple. When things went bad, we had so much, we were so ready here in Florida due to his efforts that he had a surplus of critical items that he could send to North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. We had a surplus. We got hit too, and there was damage here as well. But he had such a big surplus of stuff ready to go. He sent it to those other states that needed it. That's what every state needs, a governor like that. And if they get it, we can just tell DC to go away, don't need you. And that's not my opinion. That's a damn fact. If every state had a governor like that, we wouldn't need Washington, D.C. Scratchy throat. I get off on a tear and my throat gets scratchy. Sorry, guys.
Let's just slow you down and make you take a breath.
Yeah, there we go. Make me breathe. But, that's just one of the crazy things going on here. But I'm sure everybody's watched, well, if you didn't watch, you should actually go back and watch a replay of Kamala doing her interview last night on Fox. But it was so bad for her. Liberal media is trying to paint it as, oh, she was brave. Daniel in the lion's den, I heard one say. She walked into the mouth of the beast, blah, blah, blah. But her campaign manager said it looked like an ambush because Brett Baier was pressing her to give direct answers.
Oh, no.
Are you believing that? He wanted to give direct answers, and they didn't like that. I noticed one time while she was talking and he looked kind of like, by her. He looked past her. Well, he said in an interview today that her campaign team was behind her going like this, wanting him to stop the interview. And they were just going crazy. But he just kept on doing his job. But, now we know why. Because she looked terrible. She didn't answer one question, not one question. I watched it, so you wouldn't have to.
Question.
What?
A. Martinez, a new person, doesn't have a ranch, says good ham radio repeaters in Orlando. I'm right on State Road 50.
Oh, okay.
We're so close to us.
All right. Yep. Get on the internet and look up SARNet. 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 That's a network of repeaters that is statewide. And you can talk to anybody in the state, even with a little handheld radio, if you have it programmed to that system. And it's very easy to do. And it is a fantastic network. I've been on it for years. It works great. But you can get out there and like I said, talk to anybody in the state anywhere. So, but back to Kamala. She looked terrible. She tried to deflect every answer, and she pulled her normal "I'm talking" or
Yeah, that's what Sarge just said.
no, did he?
Yeah, can you imagine her saying foreign leader, oh, excuse me, I'm speaking.
Yeah, I'm speaking now, or I'm answering. Let me answer. You know, she kept cutting Brett Baer off when he was trying to make her give a direct answer. But her campaign obviously was upset because she, you know, he was pressing her like that. So.
And they were 17 minutes late.
Oh, that's right. They showed up late for the interview, so they were kind of struggling to get it out on time for his 6 p.m. broadcast, but they did, thank goodness. But another thing I found interesting this week about the election, there was two of them. One was this one, David Axelrod. You guys all know who he is. He was a big shot back in the Clinton administration and over into the Obama administration. You know, he straight up said Harris voters in North Carolina are going to find a way to vote. Well, he had to say that because they can't have all of those mail-in ballots show up with her marked, you know, as the president. It would just be amazing if all you know, these 2 or 3 million ballots show up from Asheville, where I know they're still having trouble because we have a personal contact there. Somebody that keeps us updated, every 2 days, 3 days? Yeah, about what's going on there. But they're going to have all of these mail-in ballots show up marked for Kamala. So they have to get out ahead of that and say, okay, Kamala voters are going to find a way to vote. Just get ready for it. Duh. You know, I've been telling you that for months now. They got ballots already marked, millions of them. I don't know how many millions, but I know there are millions of them. I have no doubt. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I really don't think I am. But another thing that's happening with the upcoming election that I saw this week, this guy right here, we all know Jamie Raghead Raskin. He wants to jump out there and say he's not going to vote to certify the election if Donald Trump wins. It's that simple. Isn't that what they accused Donald Trump of trying to do on January 6th? And now they're saying we're not going to do it. Classic Democratic ploy. They accuse their opponents of what they are doing. It's that simple. There's proof of it right there. He was one of the ones that wanted to stand up and, you know, complain the most about January 6th. And now he's saying he's going to do exactly what the January 6th protesters were doing. Imagine that. But there was one other thing that happened this week that I really want to touch on before I get out of here. I'm getting close to that 30 minutes. I try to keep my time down too. Appreciate you folks for giving me 30 minutes of your life. I truly do. You know what the Posse Comitatus Act is? Right here. Posse Comitatus. A lot of people think it's in the Constitution, but it's not. It was a law passed in 1878 and signed on. It went through Congress, both houses, and signed by President Rutherford B. Hayes, who was a Republican, abolitionist, and somebody that hated federal rule. And he was the president. And he didn't think the federal government should have extreme rule over the states. Well, Posse Comitatus forbids the U.S. military from being used on American soil as a policing agency, unless it is expressly passed by Congress, both houses, and then it has to be signed on by the president. That's the law. It's been a law for 143 years until September 27th of this year. This right here, 5240.01. It gives the Department of Justice authority to call in the U.S. military as a policing force within the United States. Now, a lot of people are going to say, isn't that like calling in the National Guard? No, it is not like calling in the National Guard. The National Guard actually answers to the governors within the United States. The only time the National Guard is federalized and sent into areas is when there's a threat to the United States, or the president says, okay, we need, that's a threat to freedom, or whatever kind of bullshit scam they want to try to run nowadays, to send National Guards overseas, which is a bunch of crap. But the president couldn't call the National Guard to be used in the United States until September 27th of this year. Here's the worst part. Doesn't have to be the president. Secretary of Defense can do that. They can call up federal troops, the U.S. Army, the Air Force, the Navy, whoever they want to call, and send them to fight against American citizens on U.S. soil. The Secretary of Defense. See that little red box right down there? It says that it may also require presidential authority. Doesn't say it shall or it must. It says it may. Okay, the Secretary of Defense can do this legally now.
Lincoln, right?
Who?
Lincoln.
Blinken, yeah. So he can say, okay, I want the U.S. Army to go into Tallahassee. Say they're having a riot in Tallahassee. He wants the Army to go in there and take them out. Now, they're doing this for one reason, guys. You got to see it. They see it. That's why they're doing it. They know there's going to be a problem after this upcoming election. They know it's going to be bad. They might see something I don't. They might think Donald Trump's going to win. I don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. But they think that there's going to be civil unrest after the election. Plus, here's another thing that scared the hell out of them, and every one of you should be proud of. I know I am. After these two storms rolled through and, practically destroyed the southeastern United States, Americans stepped up to help Americans. They've been trying for 2 generations to keep us separated, keep us divided. And when they saw that, it scared the shit out of them. When they saw Americans going in to help other Americans, it didn't matter what color they were. It didn't matter what their financial status was, what their religion was, what their sexual orientation was. If somebody needed help, an American stepped up and helped them. And that scared Washington, D.C. That scared the hell out of them. And I'm glad it did. They see how we react when we need each other, and they see the unrest that's coming. They did this right here to make sure they would have the authority to call in the armed forces to take on American citizens here on American soil. Well, guess what? Ain't going to work. Joe Biden likes to say, if you're going to take on the United States government, you have to have the F-16. No, you don't. If there's a patrol of guys rolling down the street, you got 7 or 8 people with shotguns, even just 22 rifles. They might get a lucky shot off, might take out that patrol, and then guess what they got? They got all that equipment that patrol had. All right, that's the way I'm looking at it. I've touched on this subject several times, but I've never really stepped out there and said it. Never until tonight. When they did this, when they signed this into law, they declared war on the citizens of the United States of America. And I know YouTube's going to restrict the hell out of this video. So I'm asking you to share it with everybody you know. Because they need to know if they don't know. They need to know what happened this week. Well, September 27th, I should say, a couple of weeks ago. And they need to know what they can do if they just join together and they take care of each other. Like the people in North Carolina and Tennessee and Florida and Georgia have done. That's what scares them. That's what scares them, guys, when we come together. Like I said, it don't take an F-16 to beat the United States. All it takes is a dedicated group of patriots who step up and do what they need to do to protect themselves, their loved ones, and their communities. Okay, roll 6 guys down this street right here. Roll them with an APC. You know, they got their military garb going on. They got their thing going on. And give me 20 patriots right here. Let's see who wins that battle. If that happens all across the country, guess what? They're done. They're done. They tried to keep us divided to the point that that would never happen. And they've been successful in a lot of places up to this point. But when we see how Americans have stepped up to help Americans in the last 2 weeks, after all the mess going on here, people in Washington don't like it. Because they know when it comes down to crunch time, we're going to be together. We're going to stand together. We're going to help each other. We're going to protect each other. We're going to care about each other.
See what Michelle wrote?
What'd she say? I'm sorry.
None of us asked anything about their opinions or beliefs and just needed help.
That's right. There we go. Right there. She was in the middle of the mess.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't ask anybody, anything about their politics or anything. If they needed help, they got help. And she was right there in the middle of it. And there's so much false information or lack of information coming out of what's still going on. There are hundreds more missing than what they're telling you. Hundreds more dead than what they're telling you. The media can't tell you that. All they can do is report the numbers that, the government entities tell them. All they can do is report those. They can't step outside of that because then they'll be in jeopardy if they're wrong. But I'm seeing reports every day out of there where there are hundreds of people missing. There are hundreds more dead. There are still people without utilities, water, electricity, internet. And FEMA's nowhere to be seen. But Americans are stepping in and feeding them. They're clothing them. They're trying to find ways to house them. Keep doing it, guys. That's American. Keep doing it. Because it scares the shit out of Washington, D.C. And I love it. I love every bit of it. All right, let me get out of here. I run over my 30 minutes. I appreciate you folks being with me. I went off on a rant there. But it's a rant that needed to be gone. It needed to, I needed to go down that road. Like I said, I've touched on this topic a couple of times. But now I'm telling you right now, get ready. It's coming. The federal government is getting ready because they see it coming. You get ready. If you got any questions, any comments, shoot me an email. Let me put that up here for you. Right there. I'll be glad to get back to you as soon as I can. I check my emails every morning while I have coffee. If you send me one at 2:30 in the afternoon, I'm not going to see it until, 7 o'clock the next morning. So don't expect an answer too quick. But hey, get ready, guys. It's getting bad. They see it coming. So you should see it coming. I wore my Trump shirt today in a blue state, and the reactions were great. More of us, they know that's right.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I know right now the lines at the voting precincts are really long. I'm not just seeing it on TV where they, pick a few precincts where it's backed up. I'm seeing it from friends that I actually know on Facebook. They're posting videos. They go to their voting precincts and The line's 30 minutes, 45 minutes long, and everybody's standing there, waiting their turn, doing their thing. When are we going to vote?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. We're going to go vote Tuesday. And then I'm going to go again on election day. I'm just joking. Just joking. Maybe.
He's joking.
All right, guys. I love you all. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that hit me up with an email or a text or whatever, checking on us during the storm. You guys are great. You wanted to make sure we were okay, and I appreciate it, guys. I truly, truly do. It's good to see all of my Florida folks here. Hopefully, y'all are good. If you need anything, let me know. I'll be glad to help you out if I can. But hey, keep your eyes on what's happening, guys. The government's watching it. They know what's happening. You need to pay attention and know what's happening too. So with that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get out of here. My ice is melting. Look at that coaster stuck to my glass. I'm going to say, stay strong. Keep prepping, guys. And pray for the USA. We love every one of you. Hopefully I'll see you next week. The Orlando Prepper is out.